Ketchup and Mustard. Two completely different cars, but when you add them together, you have a perfect equation. In this video, I'm gonna tell you why you need to have a car like this. This has literally reignited my passion for cars, hands down. So much so that these cars literally are the perfect combination for a car enthusiast like me. And we even put the 911 up for sale because this literally accomplishes so much. Now we're gonna get something to replace the 911. Of course, we're driver's therapy. We have the most DIY videos in the world for sports cars, and we gotta continue adding cars. But if I didn't do YouTube, this is all I need. And it's completely crazy because I thought about this, I executed the idea, and it literally meets exactly what I want. So first off, I grew up street racing in the streets of Texas or Texas highways. You know, I had a Civic, I had a Prelude, an Integra. We would go to huge car meets, we would work on cars together, and everything was really inexpensive. Like you could either buy a set of wheels, like LS wheels or GSR wheels for like $200 or $300, or you would trade wheels with your friends, or you know, you'd find random stuff for $30, $50 intakes, or you'd go in an exhaust shop and you'd pay them $50 to like give you a straight pipe. But as I got older, things became hard, and then there started to be logistics that just started to suck away the joy and the passion of cars. And it all started because as a YouTuber and as a regular car guy who's making money, you slowly start going through this progression. You're like, all right, you know, I want to go from the S2000 to the Supra, and then I want to go from the Supra to the McLaren, and most people just keep going. I want an R8, and then after R8, a Huracan. It just keeps adding up. But there's systems that are integrated in society that as you move up, you just start getting patted down. Your money just starts disappearing. You know, if you have an issue with your car, you're like, that's going to be a couple grand. And yes, everything revolves around money, even if you have it, but then it becomes frustrating because even simple stuff, like when I own my Mercedes, something simple is going to cost you a ton of money just because you own a nice car. And the crazy thing is that exchanging the amount of time and money and effort, especially when you're paying taxes and registration and tires are more expensive and everything, when you do all that, and for me, it just seemed like I was taking on a big cost, both time-wise, financially, and headache-wise, and the end result really wasn't matching up. It was, but at the same time, I was disappointed. And that was in the beginning when I was dealing with great cars. But then as I started progressing up, I started to remember that I missed a manual little turbocharged car that just made me giggle. So I bought the Ford ST. And when I say little, I'm not like belittling it or downgrading. These cars are incredible, super capable, and that's why I'm making this video. These are incredible cars. And then here I am going from cars like this, and then looking online for an intake for it, it's like $100 or an exhaust, $1,000 or less. And it's, you could go on Facebook Marketplace. There's tons of cheap parts. You can find stuff for hundreds of dollars. I'm literally recreating stuff that I did when I was young, and it's making me so happy. My wife could see me when I'm driving this. I'm hearing the exhaust sounds, the blow off sounds, and it's all stress-free. Like it's just so much fun, literally. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna sell everything because I got a Ford Focus ST and that I'm happy with it. This is so different that doing this is literally having like a chicken tender that's mind-blowing and then dipping it. Without that sauce, that chicken tender is nothing. I love food. I know I'm using analogy for food. This is so exciting. This is such a rush. This is such a drug. This is so fast that every time I get into it, I remind myself that OMG, supercars are super. And they are incredible. They literally make you smile. They also make you go speeds that like terrify you, we shouldn't be doing, right? And they're so fast and they're so special, and everything about them is so grand, the design and everything. It just makes you feel incredible. But of course, it goes too fast. You know, like I know some of you guys, you take your car all over the place, but I baby mine. Like I don't, you know, like I don't want to hurt it, right? I'm trying to be careful, but the insurance reflects that it's a supercar. Registration reflects that it's a supercar. Everything, all the parts and performance parts and wheels and all this. Like I didn't even know this, but the wheels on this car is almost as much as we paid for this entire car. And the brakes are more expensive than this car. And all of this starts to add up, because at the end of the day, like I know some guys are like, daily, oh, I don't care, I do everything in my car, I put Lowe's stuff and soil and dogs and cats. I take care of my cars, but now I have a car that I can just have fun with. Like I just literally enjoy. So if I go in my garage and I'm like, oh, I want to hear turbo sounds, I want to be fun, I want to be a little goofy, a little wild, I jump into Ford ST. If I want to, you know, go to a car show and I want everybody to be in awe and I'm in awe and I want to go speeds and I want to feel the power, 600 horsepower, I want to feel all this, I get into this. So why am I selling the 911? Well, because, okay, I'm going to be honest with you about the 911, just being real. If this can provide me so much fun at the $10,000 range, then I'm going to sell the 911 and I'm going to find something that is fun at the $40,000 range, and I'm just going to do that. Why? Because I'm realizing that I am literally stepping off of the ride that everyone's doing. My next car is not a 720S. My next car isn't a GT3 RS. I'm done with that. Like, it seems like all of that is like, it just keeps becoming a big dick measuring contest. And I don't want any part of it, because what makes me happy is my memories and noises and fun and shifting and having a blast. Don't get me wrong, I love this car. It doesn't shift, it's not a manual, but it's still incredible. But I think I could just simplify my life, get some money in my pocket, and not follow the train that everybody else is doing, because I've already experienced it and I've realized that it's not worth it. The 911 is going up for sale, and if you read the ad, it says there's no lien, the car is paid off. This isn't about, oh, I need to sell a car because I need money. It's about being smart with the headspace. And I'm retired as well, so at the end of the day, having peace and then finding something that achieves a goal as far as your happiness, meaning something fun like this. If you find the best equation and you could save money, at the end of the day, that's not dumb, that's smart. So is the 911 an incredible car? Absolutely, like absolutely, I love it. But at the end of the day, I am seeking the best car for my life, and the Ketchup and Mustard have accomplished it. We're gonna get another car, half the price of the 911, that's gonna give us a smile, and we don't have to be worried about it, because I'm realizing the less I worry about cars and the more I have fun, regardless of what they are, that is the best combination.